crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give to the batter. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Calls his own number. And the Tar Heels will keep this drive going. The Tar Heels are on the move. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the right side.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The run from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. LSU quick to the line. He's got it again. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. The handoff to Johnson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're thrown to try to get the first. That ball's just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
First down for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll give it to Johnson. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurdle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
Going with the ground game left. Open space at the 25. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. LSU 10, North Carolina 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball. All of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Get set.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. LSU right back to the line. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
How do you not love it when they use the big fullback? Reward the big fella for doing the dirty work and blocking every play, every play. You don't want to account for him? We'll slip him out, throw him the football. He walks into the end zone for 6.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. They go to the ground. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Give to the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
And the Tar Heels are on the move. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it on the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Try to barge their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Third and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
North Carolina, 3.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Handoff from the shotgun. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45.
29 Philly.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. And the quarterback is snowed under.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. 4th down coming up.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
On to punt it away.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Carolina.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
LSU 16, North Carolina 3.
The Tar Heels will kick it off to start the 2nd half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled on my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Razor. Let's go. Alert.
The handoff to Johnson. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46?
3:25.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. North Carolina offense returns to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Now on second down. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Love what they did there, putting a big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Gain of 1. Brings up second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking again to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the ground with the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, LSU 19, North Carolina 3.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Raiola. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Tigers have their offense in high gear. He wants to throw. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
2nd down coming up.
Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. The run to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. LSU now operating in the red zone.
Cut. Flip it.
Leaves it with the running back. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Here's the handoff. He'll pick up 3 before he's down at the 6.
Gain of 3. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Moves. 6-9-1. Gators score. Ready, go.
They'll try the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
3.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. so pleased to send the offense back out. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football. And they could use one here.
Okay, ready?
2nd down coming up.
Cricket.
Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Black 24.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sure hands, it's Johnson. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Touch pass on the run. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to